From Delaware's most award-winning radio news team, this is WDEL Video News. Here's Chris Carl.
Among Delaware's top stories for Monday, July 16th, a man is dead after a shooting at a Claymont shopping center. Senator Biden calls for more international involvement in Iraq. And prices at the pump are heading up again. Here are the details. State police are investigating the shooting death of a man last night at Town and Country Shopping Center in Claymont. It happened just before 11:30. The man was shot once in the chest. He's not been identified, described as a black man and 40 to 50 years old. No suspects and no arrests so far in the case. Two shootings in Wilmington early this morning, and police are wondering if they're related. A 36-year-old man was found with a gunshot wound about 12:30 on North Spruce Street. He was taken to Christiana Hospital, now in critical condition. Cops were also called to Compton Court, where a 26-year-old man was found with a gunshot wound. He, too, is in Christiana in critical but stable condition. Police haven't determined a cause in either shooting and don't know if one has anything to do with the other. The debate over Iraq continues. Senator Biden appearing on CNN's Late Edition yesterday, blasting the Bush administration's plan.
I said back in January that you're going to see 17 to 18 Republicans leaving the president by mid to late fall. We're going to be able to override his veto, but even if we didn't, we can't sustain the troop level there. There's going to be drawn down. The civil war is going to get worse, and Iraq's not going to split into three parts. It's going to splinter into many parts. What the biggest problem, Suzanne, is the administration doesn't deal with what's on the ground. On the ground, you have a prime minister who is incapable, and I think does not have the desire to make the kind of accommodation needed with the Sunnis. You just heard my friend, the foreign minister, who happens to be a Kurd, not telling you that the Kurds have been unwilling to have an oil law that would bring the Sunnis into the deal. There is no political solution on the horizon, and now you have Sadr taking on Maliki, who they're both Shia. You're going to see the Shia in a gigantic fight among one another. And you see the Shia saying, hey, Americans, what are you doing working with those Sunnis, arming them to take on al-Qaeda? Because they're a bunch of thugs. They're just going to come after us.
On the road to the White House, Senator Biden not just trailing in the polls, but in the wallet as well. Details just ahead. WDEL News continues in a moment.
Oh.
Is everything okay, ma'am?
Not really. I need to ride DART tomorrow to get to work, and I forgot to buy my DART card. I guess I'll have to find a ride.
Well, you certainly come to the right place. Didn't you know that Acme now sells DART cards and paratransit multi-trip cards?
No, where?
They're available at our customer service desk.
Getting you there now starts at your 12 Delaware neighborhood Acme markets. DART and Acme have joined in partnership to be your one-stop shopping place for both groceries and DART cards. It's now easier and more convenient than ever to pick up your DART cards with Acme.
Senator Biden says he has raised $2.5 million for his presidential bid during the most recent quarter. That's only a mild improvement over the previous quarter, and a far cry from rival Barack Obama, who brought in $31 million from April through June and has $34 million in cash on hand for the primary contest. Biden says he plans to raise $20 to $25 million by the time the first nominating contests in January. His campaign reported a cash balance of more than $2.75 million. Biden has been unable to match the frontrunners in terms of fundraising, despite his high profile as chairman of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee. Gas prices on average rose about 6 cents across the country in the last 3 weeks. That's according to a survey of 7,000 stations nationwide. The Lundberg survey found regular average $3.06 a gallon, mid-grade was $3.17, premium $3.29. The lowest price was in Tucson, Arizona, where a gallon of regular cost $2.80. The highest, Chicago, at $3.46. A professional sports first for the Phillies. WDEL Sports and your Delaware AccuWeather forecast coming up.
As you look for your college experience, make sure you look at Wilmington College, your key to success.
Peter MacArthur.
I'm Melanie Armstrong, and here are Delaware's top stories at the top of the hour.
The most complete coverage of the news that matters in Delaware. Every weekday morning, 5:30 till 9 on 1150 AM WDEL.
In WDEL Sports, the Phillies had won 2 straight going into last night's game against the Cardinals, but it had to happen sooner or later. Loss number 10,000 for the Phils, 10-2 last night to St. Louis. The Cards blasted 6 home runs, 2 by Albert Pujols. The Phillies become the first sports franchise to lose 10,000 games. They've done it over 125 years. The Phils start a West Coast trip tonight in Los Angeles with Jamie Moyer on the mound against 10-game winner Brad Penny. The action on WDEL coverage starts at 9:35. The Blue Rocks took a rare Sunday off and get back to the diamond tonight at home against Myrtle Beach. The Rocks have a 3-game lead over Potomac in the Carolina League's Northern Division. Game time tonight at Farley Stadium is 7:05. And Todd Pletcher's Indian Vale was the favorite heading into Sunday's Delaware Handicap, but it was his other horse that stole the show. Unbridled Bell at 8-1 odds took over the lead at the start of the final turn. Ran away from the field to win the $1 million Grade 2 race by nearly 8 lengths. Jockey Ramon Dominguez rode 5 winners yesterday, including the Del Cap, and 8 total over the weekend. Lila Page, a 55-1 shot, took second, and Promenade Girl finished third. Your WDEL Delaware AccuWeather forecast: clouds and sun mixed through today. We could see an afternoon shower or thunderstorm, a high 92. Tonight, partly cloudy, low 70. For tomorrow, clouds and sun. Again, a possibility of an afternoon shower or thunderstorm and a high of 92. Good news updates throughout the day. Delaware's top stories at the top of the hour on 11:50 a.m. WDEL, or anytime right here at WDEL.com, including news video from Delaware and around the world from WDEL and the Associated Press. I'm Chris Carl. Thanks for watching.